Did you embark on that journey by divine instruction? Is God involved in what you are doing? Are you still connected to the one who has called and commissioned you? Has what God promised to do for you taken a longer time than you expected? Is your belief still in God? What act is the devil displaying to discourage you? Many times God has promised us a lot of things. Many times God has shown us what He wants to do, but while waiting for the fulfillment of those things, the devil comes up with dramas and acts to discourage us or make us doubt what God has shown us or what God has promised to do. It is the work of the enemy, the devil, to discourage us and make us wonder whether God still cares and remembers our existence. He is a con man, a con artist, and he knows how to devise scenes and acts to weaken your faith and trust in Him who is leading you. Most times, drama is drawn from the imagination of a writer. They are mostly not true or real events. When you watch drama, the artist or playwright is thinking for you. Your sense is suspended. You only see what has been created and believe what the playwright has out together, and this keeps playing in your mind. Often, we end up acting or displaying what we saw in a drama, and with time, such things become accepted and part of us. As with the dramas we watch and read, the devil is always busy writing and playing actions before us so that we would stop seeing or depending on God and take the situations the devil is staging for us. He is a master in deception. He is a master in make-believe scenes. The devil doesn't know what God has planned for us. He doesn't see our future. He doesn't have control over our tomorrow. He is just smart at his tricks. When the devil notices the attention of heaven towards you, when he sees that heaven is set out to change your story, he swings into action. He begins to play out negative scripts for you. He wants you to lose sight of what is set before you. He wants you to shift your focus. He wants you to believe what he is acting out. But you must be vigilant. You must arm yourself against his tactics. You must be wary of his schemes and strategies. The reason why Eve fell was that she allowed the drama to unfold between her and the serpent, the devil. Genesis 3, verse 1 through 6. Now the serpent was more crafty, subtle, skilled in deceit than any living creature of the field which the Lord God had made. And the serpent Satan said to the woman, Can it really be that God has said, You shall not eat from any tree of the garden? And the woman said to the serpent, We may eat fruit from the trees of the garden, except the fruit from the tree which is in the middle of the garden. God said, You shall not eat from it, nor touch it, otherwise you will die. But the serpent said to the woman, You certainly will not die. For God knows that on the day you eat from it, your eyes will be opened. That is, you will have greater awareness, and you will be like God, knowing the difference between good and evil. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was delightful to look at, and a tree to be desired to make one wise and insightful, she took some of its fruit and ate it. And she also gave some to her husband with her, and he ate it. Satan is a funny fellow. The first verse addresses him as subtle and skilled in deceit. He doesn't act the truth. He is always engaged in lies, deceit, and wants people to disobey God because he is the father of all liars. God has long cast him down from his throne and presence. He doesn't want to be alone in his place and is going through and from the earth to mislead people. If Eve had not allowed him to act his drama and present his staged argument before her, she wouldn't have given thought to eat the fruit. But she allowed him. He presented his drama, she was entertained, and as usual, when you watch a drama, your mind and brain are suspended. The writer is doing the thinking for you. He was able to get her after twisting and manipulating the truth she collected, ate, and gave her husband. God was previously on their side. Things were in place already, but this singular act of disobedience made God banish them from the garden and place cherubim to guard the garden. Nowadays, the devil Satan doesn't usually appear as he appeared to Eve. He possesses people and through them acts out his drama. Remember, I mentioned earlier that he doesn't know your future, but observes, and when he notices that the attention of heaven is on you, he tries to attack you, to tempt you. The devil is the accuser of the brethren, and that was what he did to Joseph, since he refused to yield. One thing you must know is that no matter how things turn out, don't lose your guard. Don't stay back to watch the movie he is playing. Don't let your brain be suspended while watching his drama. He is an accuser. Even when he met Eve, he started by accusing God, and in the case of Joseph, since he refuses to yield, get entertained by the show, he decided to accuse him falsely. Joseph would not have found his way to the palace. He would have remained in the house of Potiphar as a good slave and sleeping with his master's wife. We must endure. We must flee because what God set and programmed for us is great, and we would get there. The devil also came to Jesus, the Word, the logo of God, after he had fasted for 40 days and nights. He played out his tricks and drama. The devil is an ancient serpent. He senses times and seasons. He is on watch and wants to know why heaven is interested in you. He doesn't go after those that have fallen already. He doesn't go after unbelievers, and he is interested to turn those who believe in God to become his foot soldiers. He knows what God has said and would always present half-truth or present it falsely. If you don't know the Word, if you are not a studier of the Word, you might believe what he is saying. You might think he is right, but he is not. He is a deceiver. He is a con master. He is a master in deception. All he does or says is far from the truth. It is a deviation from the real thing. Don't give room to his antics. Don't allow yourself to be entertained by his drama. He is out to get you from believing God. He is out to make you turn away from God. He is out to capture you. Stop entertaining the drama and Satan wants to play when God is on your side. Don't give him room to take hold of your thoughts and suspend the ability of your thinking. Don't let him do the thinking for you. Don't let him present things to you. He is ancient and wise. He is very deceptive. He would show you things in deviation to how God has made them. He came for Eve and got them out of the original plan of God. He keeps going around to see who heaven has shifted attention to, and would then come up with plans to deceive you. He came to Joseph through his master's wife. He refused to entertain him or let him act out his play, and he ended up accusing him. He came to Jesus, but he, also being ancient, replied him correctly to his half-baked truth and misapplication of the scriptures. If he can come up to Jesus, who then are you? You are not exempted. He would come, but don't entertain his drama. Don't give him room. Don't allow him to take over. Suspend your thinking ability and do the thinking for you. You would succeed. You would come out victorious, and you won't miss out of what God has planned for you.